How you doing, Mrs. J?
Happy Friday to you. It's
Happy.
rainy and muggy and weird outside. It's not stopped raining for weeks.
Well, that's England for you, right, or no?
Yeah,
I was
but
going
the
to say,
rain's
when
going
is
the wrong way. It normally goes, when I look out the window, the rain goes down the hill, but at the moment it just seems to be going sideways the other way at the moment. It's crazy.
so that's a pretty big storm, hey?
Yeah, yeah. So,
So does England typically have a rainy season, or is it all
no,
the time?
it's all the time.
Okay.
The west coast, the west side of England's really wet. The east side's a lot drier than the west. The west.
So
Yeah,
I know that from Birmingham, because
yeah,
Birmingham and Bristol is west,
yes.
and I liked Bristol a lot. I liked like there were if like really high hills there, like
That's right.
almost
Yeah,
like cliffs. And I remember,
it's called the Edge. So that's the edge of the Cotswolds. So it's, the locals all call that the Edge, and it runs all the way up from Bristol all the way up to Birmingham. Yeah, the
so
Edge.
Bristol's pretty close to Wales, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I stayed in Bristol 2 or 3 days and I was impressed with it. There's a big market there that's
Yes, there is.
indoors.
Yeah.
It was an indoor market there, and they also had like a little cinema district there as well. And Banksy,
Yeah.
one of um his first piece of artwork showed up there, I believe, and it is still there. The
Yeah.
window
Yeah.
leg thing, yeah.
He's Bristolian. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Banksy's Bristolian. I lived 10 miles north of Bristol for 27 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when I was in Bristol, I remember I spent a day in Bath, and then I
Yeah,
spent
nice.
another and I spent another day in uh, Wales. So,
Wales is good.
uh-huh, because I
It's
remember taking
beautiful.
the train to both, two different trains, 2 different days, but both from that station there. It's a really big station they have in Bristol too.
Yes, yeah, Bristol
Yeah.
Temple Meads. Yeah, yeah.
So,
That's
I love the
the
little,
nearest airport.
really,
Yeah, all the way up
and I
there. Yeah.
loved, like they had the boats, the narrow boats, right in that canal
That's
there.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I really did. Bristol obviously left an impression on me, and it's
I'm
still in
glad.
all of
It was
that.
one of
There
my
was a
favorite cities.
in all of that. Still, there was a castle right there.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, yeah. And you've
castles
got
everywhere.
just north of that. I can't remember it now. The Henry VIII one, of course. I can't remember it, of course. A Sudeley Castle, and then you've got there's another one on the A38, but I can't remember the name of it. Lost, it's gone from my memory, but I can see it in my head. It has a butterfly house there as well, which is really cool, and people still live in it. People still live in there.
Yeah,
But yeah, they're
Bristol
all
caught me
there.
by surprise because I expected it just to be a place to stay, to hook up with the friends in Bath and to go to Wales. So I didn't really expect it to be a place that I actually liked. And I took one of the red buses, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I did. And I remember going on this bridge and it was really foggy, but you
Yeah,
could see how green it was, and you could see some of the houses that were up on this. It looked like a cliff. You
yeah.
know, it really and I remember
No,
thinking,
you
"Wow,
are.
that's really beautiful. That's
Yeah.
dramatic." Yeah, that picture stuck in my head, obviously, but that was cool. And I remember seeing the Banksy, and then I found out there was a bunch of people that I actually liked. They even did they had one of the BBC, not America, but BBC stations is right there in Bristol,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
did that. It was a very popular show. I think it was not animation, but or puppets or something that was right there. I remember that, and the guy who's the really tall guy, Steven, what's his name? He's Ricky. Gervais, Stephen Merchant.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Steve Merchant. Yeah, he's from Bristol. Yeah,
He's
yeah,
from Bristol, yeah, because
yeah.
he
He's got a
studied in that
Bristolian
little
accent. He
Bristol
has. He
theater
talks like
there.
that. He talks straight that. He does. He's got a really strong Bristolian accent. So yeah. Sorry, Bristol folk, if I did a bad job there.
I just know that I really liked it. It was it.
Steve Merchant's hilarious. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's
Anyway,
funny.
now that we just spent 5 minutes talking about how much I liked Bristol, England, we can get into the Scientology stuff and ask you how you doing. Besides, I know that you were saying that the weather's wackadoodly. It's been mad cold. Places, I'm moving around a little bit, but it's still cold. I'm not in Florida. I'm not in California, and it's mad cold. So it is what it is. But thankfully, I'm grateful because we're making it, and with some little help from our friends, which we appreciate. And so so you sent me some stuff. We took a little break of Scientology for me to focus on what's going on with the Whitakers a little bit and what's going on with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And also just to give us a little bit of a fresh outlook, right? On
and the thing is, it's you just have to let things settle. When you give information out, you have to allow it to be viewed, allow it to be thought about, and people to have it settle in their head, to feel confident enough to be able to speak out themselves. Because nobody does speak out about Aaron, as you know.
Well, we've been getting a lot of great great feedback, and I just want to tell everybody in the comments, thank you for that, because when you jump into stuff and there's such a there's very few people that are able to, I guess it's a way in all communities, or genres, I should say. There's always going to be a yes and a no. There's never going to be, well, a maybe, or, like so I just am really grateful that people have, 9 times out of 10, they've been really great with the responses. And those that have been critical have honestly been constructively critical. So I appreciate that as well, because I have not a problem. We don't have to have everybody agree with us. We can just, disagree.
Yeah.
Respectfully would be great. So you can sell.
Yeah, we do though, don't we? That's the thing, right? We really do appreciate people listening, because we have been banging on about it for 2 years now, haven't we?
Yes.
and it is
a
really
bit
nice.
More, I gotta say, I think it's been a little bit more, because the first video we did, I could look it up, but I think it's been a little bit more than 2 years.
Oh God. Yeah. We really appreciate, don't we? We really appreciate the fact that people have heard what we've had to say, and it's been hard dealing with the whole trolling that I've had from it personally, and the stupidity and of the OSA comments, which is just hysterically stupid. Apart from that, we're doing all right, I think, and it's been lovely that it's been chugging along, and finally I do feel like we are getting a little bit of recognition for what we've been doing, and I do appreciate that with everybody that has stuck with us, and all the new people too that have gone, I can't believe I fell for it. I can't believe I fell for his
I fell for it too. I believed Aaron, just so we go on record, and I know I always say his name wrong, but because there's somebody in my life named Aaron, so I go to that and I say that wrong. But I believed Aaron until he started telling his story about what happened in California, and I was like, why? I was skeptical to why he started sharing so much of that information. I said, it's got to be to get in front of something.
Right.
And then when everything started coming out, it was clear. And the thing is, I'm not saying that Mike Rinder was a perfect person, but I think genuinely cared for Aaron. Yeah. And I think that was a tough thing for him to do.
They were gobsmacked. I had no idea he was going to do all that.
Yeah,
They
no,
were friends.
I believe it, but I also
Yeah.
know, and I heard this as well,
Mhm.
that Aaron thought great things of Mike Rinder once upon a time ago. Like he really cared what Mike thought. But I guess once it's easier, isn't it? Once
Mm.
somebody sees who you are, you might as well. It's kind of like the addict, that they relapse and they're like, oh, fuck it. I might as well continue on. Or the diet, the person with the diet that says, well, I had my ice cream today. I might as well have the pretzels too. I might as well, it gives
Mm.
reason instead of standing up and saying, well, yeah, I had the pretzels, but it doesn't mean I should be having the ice cream. Now I need to hear
Right.
that, to be honest with you.
Right.
It's got done telling you I want to go to the gym and stuff. But you know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that with that it was just Aaron, and he didn't have, and he doesn't have, or he doesn't believe that he has anything wrong with him.
Right.
And we all have things wrong
Aaron.
with them.
Aaron literally knows two things, right? Shagging and Scientology, and
Well, it
he can
depends
talk
on who
about
you
those.
ask. It depends.
Huh?
It depends on who you ask. I've never asked Lindsay, is he any good? I've never asked Jenna. So I don't
Well,
want to
he
go
must
into,
be to get so many of them. He's got to have something about him.
well, not if they're saying, just come and lay with me. We don't have to have sex.
True. It's true.
It's true. Listen, the truth is we don't know. He
No,
thinks he's good, and that's all that matters. He's a legend in his own mind, in his
He
own
is.
old shiny head. And this is another reason why we do this, because it's most of the time this is my laughter for the week. Thank you, Aaron.
I know he is laughing. It is funny now, though, isn't it? It is. I mean, it is funny. It's just like you're actually like the lolcow of all lolcows at the moment.
Well, I'm not 100% sure with what that is. I know that that's this new term. I guess it's a
It's
new
the new
terminology.
term, Toddie.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure what it is, but I've heard it. I know it's not good to be one. It's not good to be. I don't want to be one.
No, we're good there with we're doing it for him. Yeah, he's up there. So we're doing Nora's anyway because we're still
Yeah,
waffling here. Right, let's go back to the thing. Right, Nora.
Okay.
So last night, Nora,
The Explorer, who goes by Raging Buddha now. Anybody gonna
doing
take
the
money for
Explorer.
how long until that channel name changes? I like the Raging Buddha. She should leave it.
I'm gonna give it 6 months.
I wouldn't give it that long. If she's gonna change it, I give it less than 6 weeks. But I think she should keep it. I like it.
That's her original name. For her,
She needs to
for
keep.
her blog.
I think she should. First of all, stop changing it so much. In my opinion, why do that? Who is it? Nora. Nora. Oh, What was that? NBE or NBA? Who's
Yeah.
NBA? Who's this one? Who's this one? Raging Buddha. Oh no, Nora. I mean, everything. It's like, come on. I worry about her. I worry about her.
You did get it right though, because I was like, no, she's not going to change it again. She's never, no. And you said to me, you went, she is. And I was so convinced. I was, no, she's not going to do it again. And you went, no, she's definitely going to do it again. I honestly thought she wouldn't. Honestly.
She did. Wait a minute. She not only did it, she did it 2 times. She did NBA, which was very small. That stayed with us a couple of shows. And then she went to Raging Buddha, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but I don't understand. I mean, are these all new channels? I don't understand what she's doing.
I don't know.
I have 3 channels, but I'm still Toddie 1 skip. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I worry a little bit about Nora, but I've got to tell you, and I am going to say this. So I think that Nora has been consistent, in my opinion, enough for me to say that I think she's on the right path. Yeah. Now, I know some of you are saying, who the fuck are you, Toddie 1 skip? Just Toddie 1 skip. I've been watching her. I've been very critical of her.
You
And
have, yeah.
I think that, she's made strides. And
Well, let's be honest, Toddie. I've been critical, waving a flag, going, "That's a lie. He's using you, Nora.
right,
He's
right,
using you."
right, right,
You know,
right.
yeah.
I
But
think
she's listened now.
here's the
She's there
thing,
now, isn't she?
but here's the thing, and this doesn't make it any better. And I even think that she agreed to this. She knew it. I think she thought, and everybody knows when somebody doesn't appreciate them as much as they think they should be appreciated. And I'm not talking about the whole wide world feels that way, because I get it. The whole wide world feels that way at some point in time. But we all know when we're taken for granted.
Yeah,
We know it. We might not admit it to strangers, but we know it. And
yeah,
I believe she knew it. And she did admit it later. She said,
yeah.
I knew, I knew. And unfortunately, that doesn't make it better. I hate when people say, to be honest with you, I hate when people say, yeah, I know that they're using me. So that makes it look better. You know it, and it's okay with you. I mean, I've never understood that. So you know that what this
Yeah, I
person
think
does.
that's I don't know. I think it is it's a very interesting, because I've done that myself, right? And I don't do it anymore because I'm done with all that. But yeah, Marilyn's a good example of that, actually, where she says what you want to hear, but actually behind the scenes, it's a completely different story on how she reacts to things. And Nora was like that, but she's now gone, no, this is actually, I'm done now. I'm telling it. I'm not going to keep with a narrative and make everything like, let's just make it go away. Let's just be really clear here, really frank here. This is what's happened. This is what he did to me. This is why he did to me. It's because he is a malignant narcissist. And it is wonderful to hear somebody else saying those words, not just us waving a stick and a couple of other people,
I
So I
agree.
think, yeah. But so yeah, I'm pleased that she's doing it. I'm absolutely delighted. And she's quite charismatic and stuff, isn't she? And she can
I wish my camera was on at that. I wish my camera was on at that point. I look skeptical as hell. If there could have been a picture skeptical in my look at that moment. Okay, so wait a minute. Hold the phones. I don't know, because my biggest complaint about Nora, after she waited too long to say anything, and she only said something because things didn't work out well for her. After seeing past that, I still have a problem with the way she talks to certain people in the comments and stuff. So I don't find that charming or charismatic at all. I don't find that
The
charming.
thing is, right, I've got to be like Toddy. I think I would be like that as well if I was like doing it like she does. I'd bring a comment up and go, I'd be all pissy offy. I know I would. I couldn't do it. I honestly can't do it to now, Toddy. I'm not well enough to even look at what other people give a shit say unless it's
Right.
afterwards. Because otherwise I get distracted about what people are saying and that. And actually I want to have a conversation with you about what's going on rather than looking at a chat. I couldn't do it. And I think it's a real skill, to be fair, that whole live streaming thing.
But you have to keep it cool. Sometimes she doesn't. I mean, that's the problem. That's the problem. You have to keep it. And sometimes, listen, I lose it too sometimes, but I'm usually pretty good at, you want to come up here and tell me, but you have to come up here and show your face. And
Yeah.
people don't want to do that. And the thing that gets me with those is I can argue back, and say, yeah, okay, but this is the way I feel about that, and this is why. And
Yeah.
they'll argue back, and I'll say, yeah, but this is the way, and this is why. And I'm repeating myself. And
Yeah.
they're not doing anything to change. They're just like getting louder, like the exclamation points are coming out now, caps are coming. And I'm like, that's not arguing your point, man. That's just you getting angry at me. You haven't
Yeah,
said
yeah, yeah.
anything different. So, I mean, there's a skill, right, in having a
Right.
conversation with people that you disagree with. It's truthful. It's a skill. And some people are good at it and some people aren't so good at it. Okay, let's go.
Addresses are public. All right, proceedings. Here we go. The judge says, all right, let's go ahead and address Mr. Smith-Levin. Get him brought out, please. Mr. Perman, yes. The judge, this is defendant's renewed motion to set bond. Mr.
So, guys, this is the actual transcripts from Aaron's court hearing or the pretrial. Which one is it? Do we know?
This is when he got out of prison. The day he got out. Yeah. Jail.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
That's all right. So this is the day this was the stuff that we were reading, but we were reading from firsthand observation. This is actually the court document that Nora got her little hands on.
Perman, it is, Your Honor. Miss Me, that's the state attorney's.
Told you her name was Me.
And Your Honor, before we begin the hearing,
or was it May? I thought I might have said May. Anyway, MEI. That was it.
Can we also reemphasize the fact that there is to be no recordings, audio or video, made at any time? Mr. Perlman says, I also may have emphasized.
Now, Perlman is his lawyer. Aaron's lawyer.
Yes. Yeah.
That very strongly in the hallway with everybody. So coming from you is different, but yes, Your Honor. The judge says, I saw them all stream out with you. Mr. Perlman, yes. The judge says, all right, this is the deal. If you guys have any phones, anything like that, get them out of your hands. Put them in a pocket. Put it in a purse. The only way in this courthouse that you can record other than the official recording, which is what this is, the transcript, that we have is if you have gotten permission from court administration. If you have not gotten permission from court administration to record anything, then I'm going to take your phone. If I find out you've recorded anything, do we all understand that?
Yes.
Aaron says, wait, I have a question. No, you mean everybody but me, right, Your Honor?
Can I have my phone? Yeah.
What phone?
Some rando in the courthouse. Yes, Your Honor. The judge says both sides because I don't know where one ends and the other begins. All right. I've got Aaron Smith-Levin and I've got defendant's renewed motion to set bond. Mr. Perlman, yes, Your Honor. This is the case that I'm assigned to, Your Honor. Obviously, additional counsel has been brought on, which is wonderful news, I think, for all of us. At the end of the day, we are hoping, Your Honor, will now reconsider. We understand that the last hearing date, that information was presented that caused Your Honor concern, that there was not a de-escalation, but a continued or ongoing stance or approach to what was occurring that caused Your Honor concerns. Where we're at with this, the state was kind enough this morning to give me information that they're going to use to argue to maintain, have my client continue remaining in custody. The basis being essentially conversations, jail, alleged. Oh, did I miss a bit?
So why are we watching this? I'm just asking because we read this, right? So people have seen this, right? Or
no,
is it comments that she makes or what?
No one's read this yet. This is a brand new document. We've only heard what was told by Reddit. So what's actually happened here is whoever went there was telling us all of the facts, and the fact that they've tried quashing that again shows you how much he's trying to hide all this. This is one of the funniest documents out there. If you get a chance to go and read this properly, please go and read it because it's so funny. Because Perlman really he just fucks up so much because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
His lawyer makes mistakes like that.
Oh, there's some great ones in this.
And didn't you say that you thought that Aaron wasn't taking advice from his lawyer or wasn't sharing things with his lawyer?
Correct.
And do you still feel that way?
Oh yeah. Okay, absolutely. But what is really funny, right, is that the whole what happens with the hours and hours of phone calls that he'd been making as well, and that's all in this. That's why you gotta watch this. It's funny, man. It's funny.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm missing a page. One of the Scientology employees as well. Those are the main focuses. So while my client is in these recorded calls doing what he believes is in the best interest of his organization, as well as himself by...
What about what's in the best? What about what the judge said? What about what the judge ordered? What about what the judge thinks is best?
Maintaining what they do. As Your Honor's fully aware and has commented, this is my client's passion, but also what he does is part of his ability to receive income. And so he has to maintain these channels in that capacity.
It's reversed. It's not his passion first. It's his income.
Yeah.
somewhere way down the line is it's not even a passion, in my opinion. It's an obsession.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's been said in any of these situations that's illegal or calling for violence or damage of anyone or anything. He's not violated your Honor's contact order from the date.
What? He's completely destructive. It's crazy.
I told you it's funny.
I don't think that the lawyer. No. I don't think that the lawyer knows this guy.
No. Do you remember the guy wrote in whatever it was that the person had written on this thing, and they'd said that Aaron and the lawyers had gone out and had a conversation, and like he came back and was like, I don't know if he even wants me anymore. And Aaron
right.
yeah.
I do remember that.
He just kept telling him bullshit, you know. And this is, can you imagine him out the back of the in the court, right? And he's speaking to the lawyer, and he said, "Look, I've saved 50 people from these bastards. I want you to let the judge know I have saved 50 people from this from Scientology." And it's bollocks.
How many people has he? Right. How many people has he honestly saved, and how many has he doxed?
I can't answer either of those questions. Please, somebody tell me, because it's just waffle at the moment. I know that a number of second generation Scientologists have received cash donations from him, but that's all I know.
He gave them cash.
Well, they just get money to go and do what it is that they want to do. So say one of them hasn't got enough money for
but
rent.
They have to give away, but they also have to give away so much money.
I presume so, yeah. I don't know how it works. Got no idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
I bet you he ain't giving anything away that he ain't losing. Like, for every $1 he gives away, I bet you he makes 100. I really think that's the ratio. That's my opinion.
It was entered in. He's doing everything that he can to legally continue to protest and maintain the organization he's had for over 3 years. First of all, if we're talking about this organization has helped over 50 people receive housing and food when they leave Scientology. So remember?
Bless you. So you knew she was going to say 50. I didn't know that. So he actually claims 50 people.
Right.
In 3 years.
Yeah.
Does he have to show the 50 people? I'd like to know who they were.
I presume in the discovery, would that be part of the discovery thing? I don't know. Would that?
I bet you he claims Nora.
Oh yeah, he's given money to Nora and Nora's mum.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at what it cost Nora.
Well, I think she's doing better now.
But the thing is that every time he gave something, didn't he tell people?
Oh yeah.
Who it was he gave to?
Yeah. And that's why all the others are staying silent. That's why everybody else is keeping their mouth shut. Because if any of them speak out to say that they've received money, he'll use it as a weapon, won't he? So they're not saying anything.
That's so Scientology.
Yeah.
Remember the thing from the Reddit that this got Osa's ears perked up? Receive housing and food. Does that mean a hotel room and some fucking Checkers?
Checkers? You mean Checkers, the restaurant Checkers?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does that mean? And they don't have any assets. And funding for that organization also comes through these donations and what he's doing online. I also call bullshit.
She needed to have, you know what she needed to do? She needed to have her camera go bullshit on each time she said bullshit. In rhythm of the bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Active. And again, Your Honor, I've talked to my client at length. We are now in a position where I have no concerns. He understands the dynamic. What I've explained to him, what I've explained to everybody who's here in support of him, is criminal defense cases are usually relatively straightforward in that we want to get the best outcome or beat the case. But when there's agendas on multiple sides, it makes it more difficult. My client will continue to protest and do as he sees fits within the confines of the law. The judge is butting in here. I'm not taking away what he can. No, you're not, Your Honor. Do I think I've made myself loud and clear? Yes. He has every right to protest. He has every right to say whatever he wants to say. See, Aaron's trying to make it look like the judge is taking away his First Amendment right. The judge couldn't be more clear. The judge couldn't be.
Yeah, but it didn't work because the judge was smarter than Aaron.
More clear. How you?
More shiny than your kepi.
Tear up.
But he's going
That-
on, Toddie,
Brighter than
he's
the,
going
brighter
on,
than
right?
the flash off your head. What?
He's gone on to Matt, whatever his name is. The guy's got nearly 1 million subs, and telling them a completely different story over there. And the guy's like, "Yeah, you should be fighting this. You're innocent." Because he hasn't got any of all this because Aaron's lied through his teeth to all these people. The
Yeah, but
dumb
people can look
thing
shit up.
is, right, all of that is going straight to Scientology. Every single thing, every time he does this, every time he does, I'm innocent, you know, I didn't do any of it. They're all wankers or whatever.
Yeah, but
he
if
said.
they look him up, all it takes is somebody just to do their homework on
Right.
this guy.
And that, for me, even, you know, like someone like Jordan Peterson, for example, when he did that, you know, why on earth aren't Jordan Peterson's crew looking into who is going to be on their channel? Because you look idiots. You know what I mean? Having these.
I
this
agree.
man on your
No,
channel.
Yep, I agree. I think that you're absolutely right.
Lazy journalism in my eyes.
Yeah, but these people aren't journalists. A lot of people they have a reason to go out there, and they already have an agenda. So they get the
they're not even
narrative.
challenging him on anything. It's
Because
like he's
they're trying
worked
to
out.
promote
They
that,
don't.
yeah.
If he goes on these big shows, they don't challenge him because they all go, "Oh my God, he's an ex-Scientologist. Poor man. Oh, abortion. Poor man." Yeah, and it's just utter waffle. He's lying through his teeth about all of it. And the people who are interviewing him aren't going, "Hey, look, I've just seen this bit of information about you, about the fact that you actually had a little bit of a hoo-ha with Jenna Miscavige and broadcast it all through the internet 2 days after you got out of jail. Is that true?" That's what should be asked. And I don't understand why none of these big name people who have him on don't ask him. It's mad.
I'm sure that because they're looking at it that is his personal life. That's the way that they're looking at it. But it's not his personal life when he exposes shit about people online. And he said some really horrible things. She said horrible things too. But he said horrible things.
Yeah.
And I think he's a horrible person. I don't know her, but I think he's horrible because I know who he is among the women that he left behind that he thinks that he's very proud of.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Nothing in any of her orders was taking away his First Amendment right to protest ever. Mr. Perlman says, right, what he doesn't have a right to do is stick his phone into somebody's face and also commit any type of unlawful act, and he doesn't have a right to violate my no contact order.
He doesn't understand that, Nora. He doesn't speak in the language in which you do. He didn't get this. He's an idiot. He thinks the rules don't apply. What do you think, Mrs. J?
Agree. Totally agree with that comment. Totally agree there.
How many times has she said this exact sentence?
Right.
Several. And he doesn't get it. Again,
No.
He doesn't think the rules apply to him. He thinks he's talking to you, Nora. The judge is talking to you.
How many times has she made it abundantly clear that you cannot go up to somebody and do this?
Can't do what? Can't do what, Nora?
It's like he doesn't listen. Okay. He can say anything he wants to say. That's America. That's freedom of speech. God bless America. That's why I'm here. But I do draw the line when he's trying to skirt my order of no contact. It does draw the line when I have a concern about him escalating the situation. And because I don't want this to happen, is somebody injured or hurt? And you know, the downside of all this thing with Mr. Smith-Levin is that the moment somebody smacks that phone out of his or any of his friends' hands, they'll be the first one yelling and screaming, call the police, call the police. Somebody hit me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, he doesn't even have to wait for that.
It's
Somebody
so
could
pathetic,
by
right?
accident. Somebody
It's
could
one of
look
the
at him.
funniest things about pathetic protesters like that do that. And I find that, sorry, but I find it
You bring it
so,
on me.
so pathetic.
You're right.
Oh, he
Absolutely.
just hit my phone out of my hand. Ooh, I need to call the police. Oh, someone's touched me with their arm. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna sue them for £1 million. You
Somebody dripped the
bloody
water on me. Somebody dripped the water.
idiot.
Let me get some blue chalk.
Yeah, I've got some water here. I'm gonna throw it on your feet. Ugh.
Crazy.
They violated my
Yeah.
rights, yada, yada, yada. Just like when he stuck his foot in that door, and when they were closing the door, he's yelling and screaming, "Oh, you hit me, you hit my foot.
There
hit my
you
foot.
go,
Why you put your
right?
foot there to
That's
open
right.
the door?"
Boom.
Guys, it's like the
Go.
judge predicted what was going to happen the
Guilty.
first week he went out protesting.
That's right.
Remember
She's
when the old
telling
guy
him right
smacked-
there that he's guilty, and he still goes, "I want to go to trial."
Because he doesn't listen.
Oh, it's funny, man. Sorry.
He does not listen.
snatched his phone out of his face, and he's like, "That's assault. I'm gonna call the police," and he did. It's like the judge was like, "I don't want to fucking see that shit because you're putting it in people's faces, because you're putting it in people's faces, because you're putting it in people's faces." And so let me hear from the state, and I'll figure out where we're gonna go from here. Miss Me says, "Yes, Your Honor." And this is Morgan Me for the record. I just want to start out by addressing something that was brought up last time, this defendant, when we addressed the motion to set bond, and that was specifically the YouTube video titled, "This Means War. We Are Doubling Down." At that time, it was argued that the defendant had no control over his YouTube channel and that this was just something one of his friends or family had posted. However, just a couple of days after the last hearing,
Nobody puts anything on that boy's channel without him checking it out, Your Honor. He's got to let everything go through him. Nobody's putting anything out without his final approval, Your Honor. You met him, right?
specifically on the 24th of November, the defendant in a YouTube video where he was calling from jail
But he didn't know nothing.
admitted to having control of the YouTube video title.
Aaron, you didn't hear the phone calls at the beginning that says this could be recorded?
He's told every time it starts, apparently.
It
Apparently,
is.
when you...
It is.
This phone call's being recorded.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, God.
saying he was the one who
one.
said to do that. Who said to do that title. So any argument from the defendant saying that he does not have control over his channel is false. I also want to go through a few of the jail calls. As Mr. Perlman mentioned, there are a plethora of them. In fact, ASA Lechner sat through and listened to several.
What?
It's a plethora. I mean, when someone says that word, you...
It's a ton, man. So many to pick from.
Not a couple or a few.
Nope, a
Or in
plethora.
fact, lots.
More than
A
lots. A
plethora.
plethora. A word that deserves severe importance. A plethora.
Of them, however, was not even able to make a dent in them. But those of note include from the 21st of November, after the motion hearing.
After Aaron, you did not listen. The judge did. The judge knows exactly what you did, man.
After the motion hearing, he repeatedly stated that Judge Hessinger is making prejudicial statements towards the defendant. He said verbatim, "I need people to keep making videos like fucking crazy." Excuse my language, that's a direct quote. I don't care what they are.
And I need the money. And I need the money.
That's a
I need
direct
the money.
quote.
Encourages people to go to the Scientology building, stating, continuing to encourage people to go there and protest because this is not a violation. He goes on to specific.
Did he really say it's not a violation? So that third party shit didn't matter that the judge said? Does he know what third party means?
specifically refer to Your Honor and state,
Guilt by association? Munchausen by proxy? Come on, man. Hey, the guilt by proxy is what's going on here. Master manipulation from a phone call.
Oh, I'm
In
crying.
prison,
Toddie.
in jail.
I'm actually crying.
In jail. This was so funny.
I'm glad everyone was there to hear the attitude, the false statement, and the degradation. She doesn't understand the difference between a video title and the content. ASA Lechner watched this video on his own time, and it is clearly stated they are doubling down and silencing the defendant will only embolden.
I think he got caught, man. We didn't hear this.
With his pants down, Toddie.
In the jail? Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Aaron! Anybody got a video of that? We could blackmail him with that shit. Anybody? Anybody?
What they are doing. So again, re-emphasizing the fact that we are concerned about this escalating behavior, encouraging further action. Then the next day, guys, on the 22nd of November, a direct quote from a jail call is, "It is better if we put this on Scientology and not on the SAO or the judge, at least not until I get out of here."
What? He really didn't think anybody was listening to these phone calls. So Nora bought the FOIAs, yes? She bought this shit. I think she
Must
did.
have done, yeah.
Good for you, Nora. Good for
Yeah,
you.
I'm really glad she got it out. And she's so good at reading it as well. It's funny.
What?
That came in perfectly.
Lawyer calls, guys. These are calls Aaron's having between Jenna, Cheryl, Natalie, Rabbit, fucking Clearwater George.
Ooh, Rabbit.
Yeah.
Whoever he was
Rabbit's
talking to.
still on
For
fire for him. I haven't even shown you that video. God, yeah, that's another video. we
Rabbit
gotta do.
what?
Oh, Rabbit's still on fire for Aaron. I'll tell you, that's another video.
Wow.
I haven't even got
6
round
hours
to
a
telling you
day.
about that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
On donated money. We also received a packet similar to the prior to the last.
I don't think that they should be on the phone so much. I don't think they should be on their tablets so much. They should be made to be working. I all of them. I'm sorry, but this is bullshit. He all day this guy's on a fucking telephone.
Yep.
When he's supposed to be doing time, I mean, actually thinking about what the fuck he did instead of his planning and listen, he spent no time thinking, because the first thing after all these phone calls, you would think one time he would hear this phone call is going to be recorded. I mean, at least one time.
Last hearing detailing the contents of the YouTube video dated 12/2, in which the defendant again did a phone interview from jail, and instead of being manipulated, as the defense says multiple times throughout this video and jail calls, ASA Lechner watched both that video and another live interview, and here are the quotes of note from the 11/24 video. It is specifically or repeatedly said that Assistant State Attorney Morgan Mee is a brand new lawyer and has no idea what she's doing.
And that's the lawyer that Jenna got him, right?
I'm like, that's the me lawyer, isn't it? Isn't that me lawyer? Or is that the new lawyer? Which one's voice? Oh, is this the new lawyer? His lawyer?
His new lawyer.
Right,
Me
got
was
it.
for
Okay.
the state of Florida. And
Right.
Perlman and this person is for Aaron.
Okay, got it.
Scientology is playing her like a fiddle, and she cannot even understand that there are two victims who are not even allowed to use the internet. It also states, the defendant also states, it is hard to recognize security guards when they wear masks, which further emphasizes the concern that posting a video that says
He's such an idiot.
this means war can be taken by followers to get close to security guards and find out those identities.
Well, he's saying things like that because that's unfortunately what's going on in our country. So we're complaining right now about ICE agents, not fucking insignificant security guards from Scientology. But that's what he's trying to do. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's really, I mean, that should tell you there how low he'll go and how deplorable he is.
Identifications. And then finally, on the December 2nd video, he reiterated the slander of Assistant State Attorney Morgan Mee, also stated the judge isn't a fan of people like me, and that there has not been a single violation of the restraining order. So
And she doesn't mean me, Nora, or Raging Buddha. She means me. That's the DA, the person that's got. Yeah, that's the one who's got the case that's representing the state of Florida against Aaron Smith Levin.
I mean,
overall, it's the state's opinion.
What? What's that?
Sorry, I'm laughing. Sorry.
Well, that's
I
what it is.
laughed at the same time then.
I want people to know who the
Yeah,
players are.
yeah. Yeah, it's me. Not me, but me.
MEI is the spelling of her name. MEI.
This defendant has not grasped anything that has happened thus far and will continue to incite
Watch her name being called May. And we just keep calling her me.
others to participate in his endeavors. And Your Honor, quite frankly, I don't think anything has changed since we've started this conversation.
I love this woman though, because she's so clear. She is 1000% like she sees
Right.
things. And if Aaron had his way, he would like blow smoke and be like, I don't know, she's gaslight. He would be gaslighting her.
Because it's all he knows. He just knows Scientology, hasn't learned
Oh,
anything else.
he doesn't want to know anything more. I
True.
don't feel sorry for him. He doesn't want to
Right.
know anything more. He's got a
Right.
bunch of people that he feels probably don't really like him, and maybe but he likes to be feared. That's what he likes. He likes to be feared. I don't give a shit what he says. He likes that.
All right, let me hear.
He thinks that gives him control.
Mr. Perman,
Let's see how that shit works out for you when you get older, and there's nothing to fear but your bald ass head.
I think the response to this, Your Honor, is my client, where some of this gets taken out of context. He doesn't have to agree or like the orders of the court. He does have to respect that. The court, she says, I agree 100%. Right. And the issue that we have in some of these, my client, every one of his YouTubes begins with, this means war. It's a clip that they use. It's part of his branding, but the content isn't there for violence or escalation of that part other than to go and protest. Again, his stance
It's so bullshit.
on Scientology is just that. And Your Honor, as you've said exactly, I have no desire to stop him from legally doing what he's allowed to do by Constitution. But there's nothing here other than him being unhappy with the circumstances and situation. I have a hunch.
He doesn't like being in jail? Really? What's the problem? What's the matter with it? He's got his own bed. He's got 3 hots at
He didn't
least.
have a pillow though. He had to roll a towel up for 3 weeks.
He's lucky he was able to be given a towel.
Right.
There's a lot of people that will walk out of here and feel a certain way on any given day. It's not a personal issue at this point. It's about whether somebody who has never been in trouble before
He had enough money to buy somebody's pillow.
and is going through this process.
I don't believe it. Trust me, he had enough money to buy somebody's pillow. With some commissary, somebody would have given them his pillow. Give me 3 soups. I'll give you my pillow.
Understands what Your Honor wants to see done, and I believe he does. Also, we discussed this last time, have the psychological evaluation and counseling ready to go, that we want my client to do it for his own interest and his own needs and things, and I think it would be bad for him as well. The court is where we're at. Your Honor had indicated potentially a GPS monitor was something you were considering last time. I don't know where
Ooh, GPS. Judge says, fuck that.
you stand at this point, but I think these things are relevant for somebody who is now sitting in jail. He's not a fan of that circumstance, but he knows why he's here and he knows what he cannot do.
Well, he knows more than Nick Reiner, because Nick Reiner
Okay,
can
so
figure
let's
out
look
why
at that.
he's
Yeah,
in jail.
let's look at that one sentence there. But he knows why he's here, and he knows what he cannot do, but he ignores it completely.
Does it anyway. Does it anyway.
Why do that? Why? He's going to get
Because
so much
he
money,
thinks-
isn't he?
Because he thinks he's charming enough to get away with it. That's what. Serious? You think I'm joking, but I'm telling
No,
you
I
the truth.
don't. I know you're
He's
right.
probably winked at the judge a few times on the down low. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think so. If he could get away with it, he did. Oh, sorry, judge, something in my eye there.
And it's Your Honor's discretion. Obviously, we will leave it in your hands. And then jury chimes in. If I may add a little, Your Honor, you're certain.
The jury chimes in.
Okay. I had to get up to speed very quickly on this. I've spent a lot of time along with Lee, with Mr. Smith-Levin. He understands what the court's ruling has been, the contact. The judge says apparently not, because he's sitting there.
I remember that. He doesn't, because he doesn't adhere to it.
telling his people that I don't understand it. So Mr. Perlman says, well, I think as content on the, hold on, Lee, come on. The judge says, I can't quite figure out why does Mr. Smith-Levin, never mind.
I really looked at him and said, it doesn't matter.
She's
I don't have
basically
to
saying,
understand.
look, Mr. Smith-Levin is obviously done what he's done. Let's just move this along and say that you've done it. Here's your fine. Let's get on with our life. But she knows that he's going to keep tripping himself up. And she's like, all right, just fall on your own sword then, isn't it? Oh, just fall on your own sword, mate. I'll just watch and do the, give you the punishment at the end of it.
Well, I definitely think that that she knows that she's wasting her time. And exactly, like, if basically give them enough rope and they will hang themselves.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I agree with you there, lady. Let's go. Let's go.
So Jerry says, what we're getting into, and I understand what the court's saying is, but what I think we're getting into, is he's using his First Amendment speech. She says, that's fine. I'm all about that. Jerry says, which is fine. I agree with the court. However, we have what is alleged two victims in this case, and excuse me, in each case, what has done with regards to violating anything with them or the 500-foot rule. Nothing. He's got a YouTube channel. I'm not a social media geek. I don't do that stuff. But everybody out there is doing it these days. Everybody's doing it. We're all streaking in the quad. Oh, sorry. It's a source of income for him, and it's a source of information. So he's utilizing that. But at the end of the day, we're holding a man in custody on two cases. What has he done to violate the court's order? The judge starts, and he interrupts. I'm sorry. Well, there was definitely a video of him shoving his phone in the face of the first alleged victim in the first case. There's video right on that. Allegedly didn't know it was the same person, but he did it. So that's what got him in the first place. What kept him in was the second case. Yes. Where, he went back and stuck his foot in the door of Scientology when he was supposed to not have any contact where the place of employment is the alleged victim and was walking right by Scientology. He happens to see the door get open. He did an about face, sticks his foot in the door, and starts pulling out his video to make more video content. So yes, he has been in direct violation of the no contact order. This has nothing to do with this.
This is him not listening.
On my face.
This is him not understanding the words coming out of your mouth, Your Honor, because he chooses not to.
Speech that had nothing to do with his standing on the street corner protesting. I don't care about that. He can do that. He can say what he wants about me. I've been doing this for over 20 years. You think that bothers me? But he has, in fact, violated the no contact order.
There you go. The judge is like, hey, man, that shit runs off my back. But he's going to follow the rules. Yes, he is.
And so that's what I'm trying to get through to this man's head. And
Good
it
luck.
does boggle my mind that he would be so naive enough to, I already told him, he should know that his phone conversations are getting monitored.
Yes,
He knows
each time when the recording comes on.
it because every time he picked up the phone, they tell him. So he's really doing it because he's trying to get content, and it's all good. Great content to stir up the masses on the anti-Scientology, which is fine. But he's actually making a buck off of being in jail.
Exactly.
So the sympathy of that is beyond me because he's doing interviews, he's making a buck. He's saying derogatory things against the state and the judge. People love that. That's fine. He can say that. That's freedom of speech. Absolutely freedom of speech. But the part that you're saying that he didn't violate the no contact order, he very well did. And that's why he's sitting in jail. Because I wouldn't have put him in jail. Despite what he says to stir up his masses, is that I know the difference between freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and violating the no contact order.
Right.
Hang on 1 second, guys.
That's so good.
That's
All right.
so funny.
So Jerry chimes in here. I
Sorry,
would have a concern, and I have no concern if he's released. And I'll tell you why. Now you have to understand, Jerry's like this slick, kind of short, squat Greek guy with the slick back hair, right? He's been doing this for a long time, and just recently it's come to light. He's been arrested. This is somebody who's never been in jail before. That's why I don't. And the judge chimes in, and he's escalating.
Exactly.
That's why I don't have a concern. He gets the message. When he may be saying, on his YouTube, via phone for jail is one thing. But when I'm talking to him, and when Lee's talking to him, it's a whole other scenario because he's a malignant narcissist.
I agree. I had no argument there. What were you going to say, Mrs. J? Were you going to say something?
No, I'm laughing because she's right.
Absolutely.
And
the judge that just met him is right too. Exactly.
It's called manipulation. You're a fucking lawyer. Like, you have never had a manipulative client before. He gets what the court is saying, and I point blank, without sharing what we've discussed, I've told him what kind of a judge you are. You're tough, but good judge. And he understands that. But again, except for what he's saying right after he gets released, and he understands that. But again, we need to distinguish. He's saying stuff people may get upset versus reality. The judge says, I get it. I've heard exactly what Ms. Me said. Okay. And I know everything that he said he's allowed to say. Kind of dumb. He's sitting there doing it in jail calls, but that's his decision because he has a legal right to say it. I don't have a problem. I don't take a personal offense to that. And then Lee Perlman comes back online here. Just about, I think Your Honor's concern was he saying, I don't understand the difference. I don't think you take it as an attack, but you're concerned about him grasping what you're trying to do. That conversation was focused on the content. That this means war, again, was a catchphrase for almost every single YouTube beginning that's saying.
What? No, first of all, I know the video, this means war that he's talking about. And that was the title of that video. It wasn't the beginning of the video, right?
Yeah.
So, he's really trying to play like she's stupid.
Yeah.
Like the judge is really stupid.
Yeah, he talks about her like that. He very much is very derogatory about the female judge in a various
for any women at all.
Including that jail one and the one he did with Rabbit whilst he was in jail. Martyr!
Yeah. He
I
thinks
just
he's
love it
Marty.
because we know, right? We know that Rabbit does this, doesn't she? She reads transcripts, doesn't she? She does that on her TV show, and she does the reading of these transcripts for true crime series. Has she done any of Aaron's, her bestie, who she has
No.
no idea who he is, because actually he's a malignant narcissist and
And so,
complete.
and that's the thing. So if she goes over these and believes them to be truthful, when it goes for other people, then it would be true if it comes to Aaron. She's got a problem. She's got a conflict of interest. And that's honestly, I think how I would handle something like that is, listen, there's a conflict of interest here. I can't comment on that. That's what I would say. At least that's honest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Because the conflict of interest, like
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
is the fact that, I believe her channel blew up because of him.
Yep.
I was there. I saw it. So I
Yeah.
have to, hey.
The title versus the content was no way threatening or calling to violence kind of scenario. That's what he's frustrated by. I think he's frustrated with me for not knowing the difference between the two that day, if you recall.
And I have to tell you, I'm pretty sure that Andrew Gold, and I know that his channel is much bigger. And from what you said, they don't associate anymore. But I think Andrew Gold's channel popped off because of Aaron, and then he just went with it. He kept going and working really hard on it, and then that channel became that. And maybe that's why he went to Heretics, because I think, you know what I mean, like he changed everything up. Maybe that was why.
Maybe
He didn't want to owe Aaron anything. Because I'm serious. I'm serious.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Because he can't say he's connected to him so much now.
Yeah, but we all know that the internet's forever. Doesn't matter what you say.
But he's got a whole different show, and he built a whole different show a while ago. In all honesty, a while ago.
Yeah. But the thing is, right. Both Rabbit and Andrew, for example, both now know the truth about who this man really is, right? And that is the moment that you go, instead of saying silent, you say, you know what? I'm actually going to support the women that have been really calling this shit out for the last few years. Well done, ladies, because you have all been trying to support the rest of the people in this community that have been affected by this man and what he's done, right? And he should be saying that. Andrew Gold should really be saying something, because they were friends. They did it all to, this, that, and the other. And it was me and Andrew Gold, this, that, and the other. Andrew went and saw him in his studio, all that shit, right?
That's correct. Andrew, Aaron went there.
All you have to do is say, look, you know what? Yeah, I'm sorry that I supported this man. I should not
I
have
was
done
wrong.
that.
Exactly. I was wrong.
I was wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. I agree. I agree, my friend. Good luck with that.
I think the stances I understand.
Should I tell Andrew? Should I be his heretic?
I understand the distinctions. I understand what I cannot do. And then she says, well, we're going to find out, because I'm going to let him out.
Ooh!
But Mr. Smith,
And I was going to say, and the hair on the back of his neck, but he's bald.
Levin, I know the difference between your First Amendment right to freedom of speech. You can say all you want about me. It's not going to bother me. People have said a heck of a lot worse than you have. Aaron says, I understand, ma'am. It should be your honor.
I understand, ma'am. I understand that people have said horrible things about you. I get it. I don't get that.
The judge says, and you can say anything you want about the state, all right? Because you know what? They are prosecutors, and you have every right to say anything you want about anybody, okay? You're just not allowed to yell fire in a building, all right? That will get you arrested. And you can protest all you want, but you are not to have any contact with the two alleged victims in these two cases, which means you cannot come within 500 feet of them, their cars, their houses, their place of employment. So while you are protesting, you are to stay 500 feet away from any building that they are employed in. And I know I came up before about the fact that they work at several different buildings. It is what it is. That's what their job is. That's what they do. You are to stay 500 feet from them. Ms. Me, Your Honor? The judge says, protest all you want. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to ask, because the state had an anticipation that this would be the direction you would head. The state would request at this time, if Your Honor would be so inclined, to increase the distance to 1,000 feet, because there's already been a 500-foot order that was violated. So the state would be requesting upon his release that there be 1,000 feet with a GPS.
Just keep the guy at home.
The judge says,
yeah,
I'm going to keep it 500 feet. If he goes in and sticks his phone in somebody else's face,
oops,
like he did 2 weeks after release,
yeah,
again, or he violates that 500 feet, then he's going to be right back in front of me, okay? Why this was not brought up at the last hearing, I don't know. And understand this, Mr. Smith-Levin, you're not dealing with a podunk organization.
Ooh.
So have no doubt that they're going to pay attention to your 500 feet. And as you've already seen, they apparently got video everywhere.
Ooh.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
I like the way you said that. I like the way. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So you need to understand that, okay?
Oh, that's so funny. His little meager self. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
With his head peeking out, his eyeballs going up. I see it.
Because they've been in here armed with pretty clear video every time I've had a court hearing in here. So you need to be absolutely clear on that. Do you understand? I do, ma'am. And I'm in no way telling you that you can't say anything you want as long as it doesn't violate the law. And your attorneys will let you know what you can and cannot say. But one of them is that yell fire in a crowded building. And you can protest all you want as long as you're not causing damage or you're not causing injury to anyone. And as long as you are following the law. But you have 2 criminal charges against you. And you have a no contact order. And you are to follow that no contact order. I'm making myself loud and clear to you. Totally understood, ma'am. Ms. says, Your Honor, do you intend to outfit this defendant with a GPS monitor?
What's that?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Sorry.
Okay.
No, I'm not, because quite frankly, I don't want to sit here and have to deal with whether pretrial services has to measure 500 feet from every Scientology building in downtown Clearwater. See, it wasn't what Aaron says. Okay. It was extra work for pretrial services. So I have no doubt that Scientology is doing that themselves. They'll provide you with whatever they need to provide you with. So why should we add an additional cost of the GPS monitor? Okay.
Film and everything. It's like what people don't get about this, right? When people say to me things like, you're Rosa, right? No, I've just got a network of people I do a lot of research with all over the world, and it's cool as fuck, and I really enjoy it, right? But then there's also, Osa knows way more than anybody watching this channel. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're Osa. No, guys, he has had 5 cameras on him the whole time he's been doing these things. And when he put his foot in that door and faked it that he was injured, the video that she saw,
different, right,
yeah, you know,
was it true? Kind of like the video with the man in California and the dog, and like that, like where Aaron wasn't bumped at all. He was the perpetrator, the bullshit artist. And then he cries, "It wasn't me."
Understood, Your Honor.
High pitched voice.
They would have to like create like a geofence, 500 feet.
I thought that was a good
water
imitation.
on my feet.
I thought that was a good imitation I just did of him. I thought,
around every Scientology building.
250 gallons of water.
What I don't want is somebody injured or hurt on either side of this. All right? Yes, Your Honor. So this is America. You can make a buck all you want to make a buck as long as it's legal. Got it? Aaron says, thank you. All right. So I'm going to grant the motion. I think I'm going to release on supervised ROR. We have a little bit more control of what's going on at that point. Do I have to reiterate the no contact again, or do you absolutely understand that? And understand this too, all right? You are in control of that program, whatever it is that you guys have on your social media. And I'm with Mr. Theopoulos. I don't have any social media in my life, and my life is great. All right? Nobody else's issues bother me except for when they're in my courtroom.
She's a smart judge.
So this is the deal. Part of that no contact order is that you are to not personally have any contact with them. You're not to have any contact with them via social media. And you are not to have any third parties reach out to them.
He already failed.
Yeah.
So you can say anything you want to say about them, but if you tell somebody to have some type of contact with them, that is going to be in violation of that no contact order. So you're understanding the distinction between the two. I totally understand. Say all you want, yeah. But you get on that video or whatever channel you've got there, YouTube, and are sitting there telling people to do things with them, you're in violation. I understand.
Right.
Be careful about what you say. Do you understand that? I do. All right. Your Honor, on the new allegation, the arraignment's not been set. Can we get a waive arraignment? Or I guess have them arraigned today, whatever you like to do procedurally.
That's the end of it now.
It's not on my calendar, so I don't take care of anything that's not on my calendar. Absolutely.
Stop it now. Yes, there is the that's the transcript from when he got out of jail after Christmas, and then he then proceeded to do the wavering, I've just left prison, I need to see my ex-girlfriend situation, and when all that happened. So that just happened before he shagged Jenna, then held her and did all the stuff that he did to her. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It's mad.
Yeah, he kind of kept her in like a bear hug, more or less, to keep her.
Yeah.
He admitted to that. I don't think it's right that Aaron put hands on anybody, but I also don't think it's right that women put hands on people either. So, but Aaron could definitely get away from the situation without escalating it, but he can't. He does not know how to do that.
No. He
has this horrible personality, in my opinion, and it's very addictive. he doesn't know how to walk away. He doesn't know when to walk away unless he has all the fucking cards and everything. And sometimes life isn't worth it. So now, you're going to leave some cards behind because I think you've done things to violate. And I'm hoping the judge has seen some of this bullshit, honestly.
I think she will. You know what I mean?
I think it's excellent that Liz Gale's husband has added on to that, because that is definitely a bonus, especially when people are starting to hear his name. So, and I know that people have called and made complaints about him because I've gotten emails about that. So, people have heard his name now and they're hearing it more. They don't like his behavior. So these are people that feel like they can kind of fight back anonymously, per se. You know what I'm saying? And make these phone calls about incitement that they've seen from inciting hate. Because I've seen screenshots, and people have asked me, man, go ahead. You see who's involved here. I mean, you see who's involved here, get in touch with them. So, surprise for him, I think. I think that people are just in a position now that they realize that maybe it's a fair fight, because maybe there's enough people now that are making enough noise.
I hope so. I think we are. I think there's a definite wave appearing. And growing.
Yeah, that shit only lasts for so long before people don't like being played a fool. You know what I'm saying? And I that's just mad.
To say anything though, Toddie. That's
it. But I think that now they're not so afraid.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that now they're not so afraid because they know that some of this evidence and stuff that they have that incites. If you incite hate, right? And you're going to send that to the judge. And I know some people have, whether it landed on her desk or landed somewhere else at the state attorney or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're going to use that shit. This is what he does online. This is his behavior. This is his pattern. This is his MO. That doesn't look good.
Yeah, we've not got long now.
So when is his thing?
The 3rd of March.
Yeah, because it moved, right? Wasn't it February at some point?
I don't know.
Or am I wrong? I got a few court cases in mind that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I've got a few as well. I've got the DOA one as well. But yeah, so that's the next podcast. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I did. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I had a blast. I had a lot of fun with that. Actually, I had a lot of fun with that. It was good time.
Yeah.
Good time. I laughed. Definitely laughed on that one. So
just as the motorbike goes by, sounds like I'm farting.
Oh, that's thanks for that. It was a motorbike. She says motorbike.
It's a motorbike. Yeah.
We call it a motorcycle. Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. And I'll see you on the next one, hopefully.
Absolutely.
There's more coming. Please, everybody, I'm doing a series of videos with T from Down Under as well on my channel. So please come over and have a look at those.
The one and only Mrs. J.
Yes, that's me.
Link below.
Tony wants me.
Link below. There's a bunch of links below, guys. But yeah, Mrs. J is starting to, and I think I know you've done stuff on your channel, but you're back active again, and I love it.
Yeah, I'm well enough at the moment. So it's been, and I've, make hay when the sun shines is what I say, which is great.
How do you make hay?
I'm really enjoying it as well. I'm really enjoying it as well.
Well, there you go. Especially when listen, it looks like Aaron is finally being held accountable for stuff by somebody. So that's always a win, right? When we've been screaming for so long, this bad behavior. But will it change him? That's the thing. That's what I don't know. And we don't know that, do we?
Well, we do, really, don't we?
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I'm trying to be kind, but you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this is The Argument with Toddie One Skip and Mrs. J. And again, this is Nora's interpretation. But she read it, but also threw in some stuff about Aaron's transcripts, about him being let out of jail. How long do you think he'll be out for before he puts his foot in it? Literally, or his phone in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Comment below. Let us know.
Sorry. All right, guys, that's it for me. 5, and that's it. All right, Mrs. J, thank you.
You're welcome.
See you on the next one, guys.